What's up, lovely people? Welcome to today's video, and you're welcome to part 2 of our love language series. So just to give you a recap, we're doing a series on the different love languages as described by Dr. Gary Chapman, and just to understand basically other people, and to and just for you and your relationships and friendships with people to be able to flourish, and that you can understand why people react in certain ways and behave in certain ways. That's about it. Cool, guys. So today we are going to talk about love language number 2, which is quality time. And this is my favorite because this is my love language, and I love talking about it and explaining just to people what it's about, because that's how I work. So this is me, guys. Okay, cool. So quality time is all about undivided attention and one-on-one time, and really just being present while spending time with someone. So this also what it looks like is uninterrupted and focused conversations. So for example, here you will not be checking your WhatsApps whilst talking to someone, or you will not switch on the TV and then have a conversation, but actually I'm listening, but actually you're watching your program. Or and something else, guys, that's very, very important is when people postpone things. So for someone like me, that's often a very big disappointment, because in my head I get so excited for this quality time that I get to spend with someone, and then people are like, oh no, sorry, I can't come anymore. Something came up. And sometimes a very valid thing came up, but for that person it's just like, what? Do you not care about me enough to spend time with me? That type of thing. It's a bit unrealistic sometimes, but that's what the person might think. Okay, so with these people, I think the important concept is it's most of the time it's about it's mostly about spending time with the person. So it doesn't really always matter what you're doing. It's more about the idea of you organized something, or you took some time out of your day to spend it with me, that type of thing. So even if someone calls me and they're like, let's go have a walk, let's just go or let's get some ice cream, for example. It's like, oh, you thought of me? What? So that's I think that's the essence around that. And then a few other important things is to always make eye contact. And something else is very important for quality time love language people is that you expect, this is relevant for all, and I think that's the trick with love languages, but especially now in this case, is because you actively listen and you make eye contact with someone, that person expects that back. So it's like a mutualistic action happening. But like I say, this is very applicable with the other love languages as well. The mutualistic thing, and that's why there's conflict sometimes, because someone doesn't understand why the person is not reacting in the way they're expecting, and then they get frustrated. And that's why we need to understand love languages, so that we can understand each other, and that we can adapt the way we interact with people, and change or modify the way we interact with different people, because they experience love in different ways. And then one last thing I want to get to before I get to the scriptures is, don't interrupt the conversation. So if this person is busy talking about something, or they're telling you a story, do not interrupt them. This is very important, because I think quality time people are active listeners, and they really want to listen, and they want to hear what you're saying. They, once again, like we said with the mutualistic thing, they expect that back as well. So if they're talking, then don't interrupt. That's very important. Okay, so the scriptures for this week on quality time and listening, really being able to listen. So once again, our very wise man Solomon in Proverbs 18 verse 2, he says, Fools find no pleasure in understanding, but delight in airing their own opinions. Okay, and then verse 13 of chapter 18 as well. To answer before listening, that is folly and shame. That's quite to the point. Okay, and then the next one is in James. This is a very famous verse. I think a lot of us knows this one, but it's so good and so very true, and we can never hear this enough. So this is in James chapter 1, verse 19. So it says, "My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry." Very, very helpful lesson to learn very early on in life. Okay guys, cool. That was today's video. That was short and sweet. That was your quality time and just being able to listen and your just uninterrupted, focused conversations with people. I hope you enjoyed this video, and give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't yet, and if you want to, and leave me some comments down below, anything that you could relate with if you feel that this is your language, you can relate with me. Then let me know, and I'll see you next week for our third love language. Exciting. Guys, that was Love Languages Part 2, Quality Time, and I'm Grete. Bye guys.